Charles, he's been the heir in waiting for ever. It's been 3/4 of a century he has been waiting for this job. And so we're just kind of used to seeing him in the wings. We're not that excited about him necessarily. It is still, for many of us, a time of mourning for the Queen, and it's the end of an era. I grew up with Anglophile parents. I've been watching them my whole life, and professionally speaking, I first started reporting on the royals when William and Kate got married. As royal watchers, we don't just want to pay attention to dates, times, and outfits. We also want to pay attention to messaging and look at the much larger picture and put it in a larger cultural context. There are definitely going to be those people on Coronation Day who are going to be thinking of Diana and how she should be the queen now, not Camilla. Camilla was the other woman. Camilla was the mistress. A lot of people are not pro-Charles just because of Diana alone, and they've never been able to completely separate Charles from that. His popularity tanked even further during the Diana years because a lot of us see Charles as the man who broke Diana's heart. Most people in the UK are not excited about this, and how could they be excited about it? There are people who are trying to make the choice right now between feeding their children or paying the heating bill. This is not a good time for an opulent, over-the-top celebration on a throne with crowns, with jewels, while many people are out of work, while there are labor strikes. A recent survey by YouGov found that only 32% of Brits believe that the taxpayer should be footing the bill for this coronation. The Guardian recently did a deep dive into Charles's finances, and to have that excess of wealth and yet rely on the taxpayers for this event, it's upsetting for a lot of people, and I really feel for the people. Harry and Meghan, when they got married, it was one of the most celebratory moments in royal history. People from around the world were celebrating. In America, people who had never really cared about the royals suddenly did. She was our American princess. It was hard not to notice as we saw all of the negative press coverage of Meghan, all the racist, sexist press coverage of Meghan, and the royal family chose not to speak up about it. The press, for the most part, respected the Queen. They didn't try to rake her over the coals. They didn't feel that way about Charles. They felt like he's fair game and we're going to reveal all. It's not just the end of the Elizabeth era, it is a new era where for 3 generations minimum going forward, we will not have a female monarch. So we are just, in a lot of ways, reverting back to the status quo of white men in charge, white men laying out the rules for that. It'll just be multiple people's lifetimes that'll just be men again. And there's something less exciting about that than a young woman ascending the throne. Charles has never attracted that kind of popularity or reverence like his mother. And so it's not surprising to me at all that not everybody wants to see this coronation happen.